Today on Political Excess, it's going to be another great coin flip battle. This time we've got Josh Shapiro up against Ron DeSantis, two governors going at it, Pennsylvania up against Florida. This was suggested to me in the comments, and I don't think there's really any more to say. Let's jump into this and start flipping. So we're going to start in Alaska, and 3 electoral votes. And this is going to Ron DeSantis. Hawaii is the next state, and here it is. And this is going to go to Josh Shapiro. So nothing unusual yet as we go to the West Coast, Washington State. Here it is, Ron DeSantis. He's got those 12 electoral votes. Here's Oregon, 8 more electoral votes. And this is going to Ron DeSantis. And here's that big state early on, California, 54 electoral votes. A lot at stake. Somebody's going to have momentum, and it's Josh Shapiro. And now we're going to go to Nevada. 6 electoral votes. Shapiro has 2 in a row. Now we're going to move on to Idaho. And that's going to Shapiro. Shapiro streaking through the western states here. Utah is the next state. Shapiro has 4 in a row. Arizona, that's going to be the next state. And there's Ron DeSantis. He's got those 11 electoral votes. Now we've got Montana. And that's going to Ron DeSantis as well. How about Wyoming? Not a lot of electoral votes there, but Josh Shapiro is going to get them. Colorado's next. 10 electoral votes. And it's going to Ron DeSantis. New Mexico, that is the next state. And let's see what happens. This is going to Josh Shapiro. How about North Dakota? That's going to be the next state. And that's going to Josh Shapiro as well. And we've got to go to South Dakota next. Ron DeSantis, he's got those. The next state is going to be Nebraska at large. And that's going to go to Ron DeSantis. He's got 2 electoral votes. But now we've got to flip for Nebraska's 1st congressional district. And that's going to Josh Shapiro. How about the 2nd congressional district? And that's going to Ron DeSantis. And the 3rd congressional district, Josh Shapiro's got that lone electoral vote. And now we can move 1 state south into Kansas. And that's going to Josh Shapiro. And now we go to Oklahoma, 7 electoral votes. Josh Shapiro again. And Josh Shapiro's at 100, Ron DeSantis at 54. And now we've got Texas, 40 electoral votes. This would put Ron DeSantis almost even with Shapiro, if he can get it. Let's flip. Let's see what happens. And it's going to go to Ron DeSantis. Now we've got an even match here, 194. Let's go back up north to Minnesota, 10 electoral votes. And we've got Ron DeSantis taking Minnesota, and DeSantis jumps in the lead now by 4 electoral votes. So far, great matchup. Let's move it along to Iowa, 6 electoral votes. Ron DeSantis now, 3 in a row for him. And we've got Missouri, 10 electoral votes. And those are going to Ron DeSantis. Now DeSantis on a streak here. And the next state is going to be Arkansas. It has 6 electoral votes. And that's going to go to Josh Shapiro. The next state is Louisiana. And that's going to go to Josh Shapiro as well. Super close match so far. Let's go back up north again to Wisconsin. And it's 10 electoral votes. And that's going to Josh Shapiro. And just like that, Shapiro is in the lead by 4 electoral votes. Now we're going to go 1 state south to Illinois. 19 electoral votes. That's kind of a lot. Ron DeSantis, he's taking Illinois. DeSantis 139, Shapiro 124, Michigan, that's the next state. Key Rust Belt state, and that's going to Josh Shapiro. And look at that, we have a tie at 139. Doesn't get any closer than that. Plenty of states to go. Indiana's next. Somebody's going to be at 150, and looks like it's DeSantis. And we've got to go on to Kentucky. 8 more electoral votes. Ron DeSantis, he gets Kentucky. Tennessee, that's the next state. 11 more electoral votes. Ron DeSantis now building some momentum as we head into the Deep South. Mississippi, 6 more electoral votes. And that's going to go to Ron DeSantis. Alabama is the next state. DeSantis again. DeSantis really streaking into his home state of Florida. There's 30 electoral votes at stake. Can he get it, or is Josh Shapiro going to upset DeSantis and claim those 30? Let's flip. Let's see what happens. Here it is. And that is going to Josh Shapiro. So, a little bit of salt in the wounds for Ron DeSantis. Shapiro takes his home state, but DeSantis, he's still in the lead. He might have the last laugh as we head into Georgia. That's the next state. Here it is, and it's going to Shapiro. And just like that, Shapiro with a 1 electoral vote lead, 185 to 184. This is really heating up as we head into South Carolina. That's the next state. Ron DeSantis back in front. And now we've got North Carolina. 16 electoral votes. Josh Shapiro, he wants those, and now he's on top again. Shapiro over 200, DeSantis 193. Ohio is the next state. Who's going to get these 17 electoral votes? It's Josh Shapiro. And now we've got West Virginia, only 4 electoral votes. Deep red state. Will it stay red? Yes, it will. Now we're going to jump all the way up to Maine at large. That's how I normally fill out my map. And that is going to go to Josh Shapiro. And now we've got Maine's 1st congressional district. And that is going to go to Josh Shapiro. How about the 2nd congressional district? It's usually a redder district, and it does go red this time. So now we've got New Hampshire, 4 electoral votes. And that goes to Josh Shapiro. Vermont is the next state, 3 electoral votes here. And Ron DeSantis now, he's over 200. And here's a big state, 28 electoral votes in New York. So DeSantis, he doesn't really need it, but he'd really like to get it so he doesn't have to pick up 3 or 4 states later on. Let's flip for it. Maybe Shapiro's going to have a huge lead, and he is. Shapiro claims New York. Now we've got Massachusetts. Now the pressure is on DeSantis. He's got to start stringing some states together here. Does not get Massachusetts. Shapiro gets those 11 electoral votes. Now we've got Connecticut, and actually, this is match point. If Josh Shapiro wins Connecticut, and it's 7 electoral votes, he will be the winner. And let's not waste any time. Then it does go to Josh Shapiro. That was a little anticlimactic. After a great battle throughout, Shapiro does pull it off before he even gets to his home state of Pennsylvania. Not a lost cause for DeSantis. Maybe he could still get way over 200. Let's see what happens in Rhode Island. That's the next state. DeSantis does claim Rhode Island. And now we've got New Jersey. 14 electoral votes. And that's going to Ron DeSantis. DeSantis, not going to be a landslide for Shapiro. And now we've got Delaware, 3 electoral votes. Shapiro wants those 3 electoral votes. Now we've got Maryland, 10 more electoral votes. And that's going to Ron DeSantis. How about Washington, D.C.? Only 3 electoral votes. Perhaps a symbolic victory here for Ron DeSantis. He makes D.C. red. And now we've got Josh Shapiro's home state of Pennsylvania, 19 electoral votes. Shapiro won DeSantis' home state of Florida. Let's see what DeSantis does in response. And DeSantis does get revenge. He claims Shapiro's home state of Pennsylvania and 1 state left, and it's going to be Virginia, 13 electoral votes. Close match either way. Let's see who gets the last state, and it's Ron DeSantis. And there's your final map, and look at that, 274 electoral votes for Josh Shapiro, 264 for Ron DeSantis. Very close match. There was a lot of back and forth. Shapiro was able to seal the deal on Connecticut, but then after that he kind of fell apart and he let DeSantis get all the way back up to 264 electoral votes. Look at that, red Texas completely surrounded by blue states. You're not going to see this map anytime soon. This was a great battle. So congrats to Shapiro, DeSantis. I don't even know if DeSantis has won any of these coin flip battles. I'd have to go back and check. But it feels like DeSantis, someday he might win one of these. It's not going to be today. Great matchup. Let me know in the comments. Did you enjoy this coin flip battle? Let me know down below. On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.